Hey guys, how are you? My name is Lisa and I am the Self Mastery Princess. And on this channel, we discuss the art of self mastery because when you master yourself, you master the world. Let's jump right on into it and go ahead and hit that subscribe and like button because you know it's going to be good. So today, we're going to be talking about a problem that I feel like a lot of people have, but they're not comfortable to talk about because it's like shamed and, it's controversial a little bit. But if we're going to be talking about the art of self-mastery, we have to confront our entire selves so that we can address the issue and move forward. Today, I'm going to be talking about envy. We live in a time today where everybody is rich, is a celebrity. You go on Instagram, you see the Bugattis, the Bentleys, the Rolls Royces. Everybody has a mansion, designer bags, and it is normal to feel envy as an emotion. And I think we suppress it. And that's where we get into trouble because it's like you feel like you shouldn't be envious, but it's normal. It's human nature to look around and want to compare yourself. But I wanted to talk about that today because on my journey, I actually learned how to deal with envy and how to channel that energy. Because the thing about it is, when you go online and you see people, you're seeing a highlight. You're not seeing the whole journey. So you're seeing a highlight, somebody having 7-figure months, somebody getting married, somebody celebrating their kids and their accomplishments. You're not seeing all those behind the scenes. So your mind is comparing yourself to where these people are when it's just their highlight reel. And it's so evident today that people are literally going into depression because they feel like they're missing out. They feel like their life isn't good. When in all actuality, in your real life, you have real connections. You have goals that you're accomplishing. You have things that you're working towards, but that envy bug is layering away. So I just want you to know it is okay if you feel envy, and there is a way to handle it, but it's a human trait. Anybody who's told you they've never felt envious in their life, they're telling a fib. We all have, at some point in our lives, felt envious of a situation, a person, an opportunity, whatever the case may be. And I believe in self-awareness. So the first step is to be able to acknowledge that I feel this way, and then you can start to go into, okay, the solution. But if we don't ever acknowledge it, then it's like, it's not anything we could deal with. Okay, so let's say you're experiencing envy. You go online, you're seeing, everybody in the Maldives and Bali, in Dubai, and they're like buying Chanel bags, they're living it up, buying new cars, and you're looking at this and you're feeling like, wow, I'm not doing enough. We're going to compare ourselves. So here's the trick. Compare yourself to the past versions of yourself. Compare yourself to who you was 3 years ago. That's how I handle envy. And also look around in the world and see how much better you're doing than most people, not in an inferiority complex way, but just in a way of gratitude. Gratitude is the antidote to envy. So if I'm only comparing myself to the version of me yesterday or the version of me last year, then I'm going to feel good because I have increased and I have improved. But if I'm comparing myself to things outside of me, it is going to bring up, a negative feeling. So when you're feeling envious, look at the past versions of you. Look at the fact that if you're watching this video, you're in the top 1% because there are people across the world who don't have access to internet. They don't have an iPhone. They don't have Wi-Fi. So you're literally an abundant person if you even click on this video. Change your perspective. A lot of the time, if you're really feeling bad about your life, go to a hospital. Go to a nursing home. Look at those people who they may not have legs. They may not have any friends, any family. That's a good way for you to get out of this envious, energy, because a lot of the time, it was this saying I learned. It says, if you throw your problems in a circle full of people, you will pick your problems up so quickly. And I know that it's difficult because we do live in the era of the digital, world and the internet world, and you're seeing things, but you have to understand that what you have is enough, and that it's okay for you to look at people in another way. Okay, so what you do, you look at people and you look at them for inspiration. That's what you do. You don't look at them like, oh, I can't believe that person has that. You look at, like, I look at my friends and I say, wow, you got a social media deal, you buying a new house, you just got married. I've changed my mindset that when I see people in my life doing better than me, I actually look at that as the blessing is in the neighborhood. So that means it's coming to me close. So when my girlfriends call me, or my family calls me, or anybody I'm working with call me and they tell me they just landed a deal, they just got, a new home, they just did something remarkable in their business, I'm like, okay, God, you giving me a sneak peek. That means it's knocking on my door. That's a way you shift that mentality. When I see things on Instagram and I see people successful, I say, wow, what a blessing it is to live in a time where we can connect online, and with consistency, favor, and effort, I can get to that next level too, and I will grow there too. So I look at it as inspiration. I am so happy to be in the presence of people who are doing better than me, because let me tell you guys this: if you're doing the best in your circle, you need to change your circle, because you're stopping your growth. And that's one thing a lot of people don't understand. If you are at the capacity in your group of people, friends, colleagues, that means there's no going up after you. You should want to be around people who are doing better than you, going further than you, moving faster than you, because then you can learn and you can grow and you can make your way up there. So you have to realize these things and change your perspective on how you're looking at envy and how you're looking at people who are doing better than you, because a lot of this stuff is just programming that you picked up along the way. People with money are bad. People with money are evil. People want to see you doing good but never better than them. Stop all of that mantras. Say, you know what, I attract the right people in my life. There are people who are here who want to help me get to the next level. We don't realize these things, and that's where the inner work comes in, because you got to be honest with you. You got to know you, because here's the thing: you can't, fake it till you make it, but at some point you have to decide that you're going to actually take those steps to shift your mindset, because you being envious is blocking your blessings. If I was an envious person, I wouldn't get half the opportunities I got, because you got to be able to know when your time is. I know there's a time for everything. There's a time for me to learn, for me to plant, for me to grow. There'll be a time for me to be helping other people. But if you're envious and you're envious of other people shining, being successful, even teaching you, you're jealous of them, you're stopping yourself from going to your next level, because you can't see past that. You can't see past that. You can't let another person shine. Everybody is not going to be in the front. It's okay to play the back. It's okay to play second, in command. It's okay to play passenger. It's okay, because your time will come as well. But I feel like nowadays, everybody wants to be the head honcho. Everybody wants to be, the boss. And it's like, there's levels, okay? There's levels, There's levels to it. There will be a time when, you'll be the CEO, you'll be the entrepreneur, but there's a time to be a mentee. There's a time to be a volunteer. There's a time to be the person getting the coffee, getting the food, helping other people, pouring into other people, and don't feel any ways about it. Look at P. Diddy. He started out running errands outside of the studio before he could even get a chance. And now look at where he's at. There's a time and a season for everything. But if you're envious and you're, looking at other people, wishing bad on their blessings, you're not going to get to where you have to go. So just to recap, how do you cure envy? You be grateful. You compare yourself to the past versions of yourself. You think about how there are people that are less fortunate than you. And you turn that envy into inspiration and know that your time is going to come. So there's no need to be envious, because you are special. You have your own light. You're going to grow. You're going to blossom. So there's no reason for you to be envious of anybody, because there's nobody like you. And you're here on your own different special assignment. And also, limit your social media intake. If you be honest with yourself. If you know scrolling and looking at certain pages are bringing up that envy, stop following those pages until you can get to that point where you're able to turn it into inspiration. But that's all I have for you guys today. My name is Lisa. I'm the Self Mastery Princess. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.